Okay. So
Yep.
let's say someone is terrified of having all the treatments done. They're scared of Botox. They're scared of
Everyone's
IPL.
terrified. Yep.
They're terrified of microneedling, 7 days downtime. Like what can they do that would be non? I guess those treatments aren't invasive, but like that would be non. I don't know, treatment based, laser based,
Right.
downtime based. What could they do for their skin?
If they don't want the downtime.
Yeah, like let's say they just don't want to have anything injected into their skin, or they don't.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot to talk about with and a lot to be seen with just home care and use the right products on your skin and to have a good regimen. I think I see a huge difference with patients that just add sunscreen to the regimen and wear hats outside because sun, 80% of our aging and the aging of our skin, 20% is genetics, 80% is usually from the sun, and maybe in that 80% is also our lifestyle and lack of sleep and diet. So I would definitely say sunscreen number one. So sunscreens are really, really important, especially if you're in Barcelona and the sun's shining 300 days a year. A good sunscreen and then reapplying a sunscreen is important. So I tell and I teach my patients to not only find a sunscreen that you like, but reapply it every 2 hours because it wears off. If you put it on in the morning and you're waking up at 8 a.m., by the time the sun's the strongest between 10 and 2, that's here in California in Los Angeles,
Hmm.
then you're getting that breakthrough and you're getting the most damage when that sunscreen's worn off. And for women,
Right.
we usually, most of us wear a little bit of makeup. So finding a compact or a powder to reapply sunscreen over your makeup is crucial. So carry it with you, bring it to work, have some in your car. So that way you won't forget to reapply, set a timer on your phone. And then I would also say vitamin C is really important for brightening and just for antioxidants and to fight free radical damage. So there's a lot of good studies about L-ascorbic acid protecting the skin, and it used with sunscreens can really make the skin look fantastic over time. And I would also say retinols. So vitamin A is important. Are you familiar with vitamin A?
Retinol, I am because
Yeah.
I had one retinol product or maybe two when I had this skincare company, and I have some retinol that I've used a few times only because I've
Yeah.
always heard that if you continue to use retinol, then your skin becomes more tolerant to it, and then you can increase
Right.
the percentage of retinol you have. But the more retinol you end up using, then the next day I've heard it makes you more sun sensitive, and so I end up just
Correct.
not using it because I used to have like a moisturizer slash sunscreen, but if I'm going outside, I just go for a walk or whatever. So I'm never in the sun for like a long amount of time,
Right.
and I'm also concerned about all the chemicals that are in the sunscreens that I've been wearing. So I've perpetually been looking for a new one to use every day, and
Right.
I've yet to find one that I like, and I admittedly not be working that hard. So what should I be looking
Right.
for like a daily sunscreen that is non-toxic, not filled with all these chemicals?
Right. Yeah, you can look for a physical sunscreen. So physical sunscreens are, if you look on the label, it's going to say zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. So those are the
Hmm.
ingredients to look for. Chemical sunscreens are usually on the ingredient list, ones that you can't pronounce, like octinazate, oxybenzone. So those ones, if it says that, it'll say it'll be a chemical sunscreen. And usually those chemicals are very irritating to some patients. It can be irritating to the eyes, and not every patient can use those. So look for a physical sunscreen, read those ingredient lists. There's so many